Welcome back, guys. We're at the ConExpo once again here for day 2, and I'm joined in the Perkins booth by Paul Miller. Paul, appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Josh.
Paul's going to tell us a little bit about what they brought here as far as hybrid diesel technology, and if you guys are listeners of the program, you know I'm going to become a genius here because I've been touting the benefits of diesel hybrid technology for some time now. So Paul, make me sound smart, buddy.
Well, yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head. You know, that's the right thing. So I'm glad you're thinking that smart. So yeah, so do we. So here at Perkins, we're known for our diesel engines, but we're doing more than that. So Bauma last year we showed our full electric solution. So we've got some battery systems out there, but we know the battery system isn't going to be suitable for everyone. We need to have that mix of different technologies. Okay. Different machines, maybe working more remotely, further away from power sources. They're going to need a different way of powering. So we brought our hybrid powertrain here. This is a continuation of things that we've shown in the past. So we've been building this up for a while, and this isn't just a show stand. We've got a real machine back in Peterborough in the UK, where I'm based, running around with this system that we've been testing. So this isn't just a show special. This is a
working model.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, we've got a 55 kilowatt 904 2.8 litre turbocharged engine, and then we've mated it up with a 20 kilowatt motor generator unit. Okay. And then at the back, we've got our PG 115 transmission, which is from within the enterprise, within the company we work. So, we can do that full end-to-end powertrain system to really, give the customer an integrated single point of contact to get a solution. Okay. What's really clever about it is the brains of the system just here. So we have the energy management system, the energy control module. And what's different from what we're doing from other people is because we own all these bits, we can have one controller that is constantly optimizing between the engine, motor generator, transmission, and then making sure the battery that's around the other side is under its best state of health and always controlled. Right. So really, minimizing fuel consumption, giving the best return for the customers who've got this system in their machines.
Right. Brings that synergy all together. Yeah. So as far as the fuel consumption and optimizing the efficiency of essentially both power units, for our listeners and viewers back home, talk about the benefits of both, the benefits of electric, the benefits of diesel, and how they mate together so well for heavy machinery.
Well, yeah, so when you're sort of sizing an engine system, traditionally if you've only got an engine, you've got to size that for the peak power, but an engine spends a lot of its time not running at the peak power, and you're running at sort of a mid-load. And on a larger engine, that can be less efficient. So if you can size your engine for the sort of average load or close to it, and then use the electric motor to give you that boost when you need it, you can run at a much more optimum point. And the engines now, with the after treatment system and everything else to meet emissions, they like to keep nice and warm. They like to be running at like a more sort of higher load position. Running low load all the time isn't really good for engines. Right. You want to keep a bit more load on it. So by increasing the load a bit as an average on the smaller engine, it's happier, runs better, runs more efficiently, and then we've got the electric motor for when you need that extra boost of power to sort of hit the high peaks that you have transiently to get those operations done. Okay. It also means we can recover energy back into the system as well. So if you're it depends what sort of machine you're using. So if it wasn't the transmission like that, like a hydraulic pump on the back, and you're doing like a boom down or something, you can recover that energy, put it back into the battery. Okay. Even more increasing your fuel efficiency because you're not having to generate that power.
Awesome. Well, and I was going to ask that, so taking the hybrid technology from the automotive industry and mating it to the construction industry, obviously you don't have the regenerative power from the braking system, but you're saying hydraulic, hydraulic boom
pull it
down.
Back from hydraulic boom down, or if you're maybe in an excavator type application where you've got swing, you can do it to an electric swing, and you can use that as well. So awesome. There are a few different ways of doing it, and to get that energy recovery.
And as far as the power unit itself, does this vary at all from just your strict diesel engines, or is this a diesel engine mated with the electric unit? I guess my specific question is there anything different between this engine and a strict plain diesel that you would offer?
Same diesel engine. The only bits that are different are on the back. So this engine, it's available as a standalone engine, and it's the same power unit we've got here. What's slightly different with how we got this set up is, I mentioned the energy controller. We're moving to a different way of doing that. We've got this thing called advanced controls, which allows the engine and the whole power system to really see how it's operating under any any condition and optimize itself differently. So that's the only real difference. There isn't any difference in the calibration. It's the same engine. You know, the technicians that go out and work on these things, all really familiar, exactly the same as just a normal non-hybrid system.
Right, and that's where I was going with that. I mean, if you would adopt technology like this, there's no added maintenance step for the engine anyway, because I mean, you know, same parts, same maintenance,
Exactly the same.
You know, all that stuff's all the same. So what exactly? I mean, I know there's a varying line of different machinery that these engines can service. What would be the most common pieces of equipment that you see these in today?
Yeah, so for the setup we've got here, you know, this exact setup would be something like a backhoe loader or a telehandler, those types of machines. Yeah, it goes across the wide gambit of different applications. Anything where you've got like a sort of a base load and then you have transients, hybrid system's really, really good for. You know, something where you're just running like a more of a steady state, you know, the engine can do that on its own because it's running in that optimal position, but it's where you've got those ups and downs, those peaks and troughs in power and requirements that the hybrid really comes into its own.
Awesome.
You've got opportunity to hit the peaks with the electric motor, but you've also got that opportunity to recoup the energy as it comes down off the other side of it. So anything that's very, very up and down is the way to do it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, if people want to learn more about the engines, its capabilities, its specs, where would they go for that information?
Well, so come to visit us at the stand if you're at ConExpo, but also we've got on Perkins.com, we've got our customer solutions team, we've got our advanced power pages, so come and join to look at those pages. There's a form on there. Fill it in, we'll get back to you and can share the information, you know, or speak to our distributors around the world that can access this technology as well.
Awesome. Paul, really appreciate your time, man.
Thanks, Josh.
Yep. And for you guys at home, keep it locked here on the Add 10 Gallons social media pages and the YouTube page for more videos where we bring you the most innovative, up-to-date technology that I've been talking about for months now. Keep it locked here and we'll give you some more good stuff that we see here at the ConExpo.